So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Go to Antique Obsessions for the hottest in jewelry, antiques, repurposed, solid sterling silver, one-of-a-kind, handmade by Bruce and Jah Jah. Go to our Facebook, which is Antique Obsessions, or you can go to Etsy.com and go to Antique Obsessions, one word, or type it into your Google and find us there. Thanks.
Tribal, primitive, rustic, Burning Man, punk rock. Conceptual subculture for the edgiest, most cutting-edge designs of jewelry today. Go to Etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or one word, either by going to Google or search Etsy, ETSY.com, and type in one word, conceptual subculture. You will find the hottest designs using natural stones with wire wrap rings, rough, raw, genuine, semi-precious gemstone jewelry, solid sterling silver, copper, leather, orgonite, bracelets, pendants, chokers, men's copper cups with sterling accents, eco-friendly, repurposed, original, one-of-a-kind design earrings. Support MBN by going to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy.
Warning, warning, everything I say is fucking crazy and should not be reinterpreted or reenacted because you will be either shot or NDAA'd. Warning.
Pull up a chair, pimp some hoes, and slap some bitches. It's time to listen to Bruce Montalvo, Kwanzaa, bitches.
So depressed. I don't know what to do. Hey, go for it, man. It's easy for you to say you got the promotion. Look, it'll come, all right? Just don't worry about it.
The feeling is definitely there. It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital. The old cynicism is gone. We have faith in our leaders.
About to incite a riot. Make some noise, break up the silence. Scream and shout, no being quiet. Spread the facts until you buy it. Come to my den, I got toys for torture. We drink the blood fresh just to stay immortals. We bring a thug fest, calling all New Yorkers. And keep a bayonet for the future slaughters. Take your bets, the players make them offers. Heads or tails, your life is on a quarter. All the king's men tally up their horses. Forging ahead with a secret missile launching. Off to Georgia and start to cross the borders. In my bedroom, I'm making all the orders. If you come, you won't make it till morning. Get the picture, maybe kinda sort of. Ski mask, check. Extra filter, check. Scissors, check. Duct tape, check. H2O, check. Ammo, check. Ropes, check. Receiver, check. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons. I'm under pressure, don't you forget it. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons. I'm under pressure, don't you forget it. I got the right moves, I know what you do. You know I love you, but I'll still sue you. Don't take your questions, I'm too a guru. I'll keep you guessing and give you two screws. Don't try to stop me, you cannot block me. How do you not see my fucking pot leaves? I got deep pockets, I'll send up rockets. You smell like vomit, I'm being honest. I got a Glock kid, my gun is cocking in your direction from Houston, Texas. That's a confession, you fucking redneck. Hand him over, what's your best trick? Ski mask, check. Extra filter, check. Scissors, check. Duct tape, check. H2O, check. Ammo, check. Ropes, check. Receiver, check. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons.
with all the cobwebs. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is December 27th, 2017, and I hope you left the fruitcake in the freaking closet with all the cobwebs, because nobody wants the Christmas fruitcake. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show, and Hillary kind of reminds me of the Christmas fruitcake. Nobody wants her, but she just keeps showing up at all the parties anyway, and you just can't spell Democrat without rat, can't you? And oh my, this year has been filled with these rats scurrying and talking all sorts of rat shiza. Anyway, you're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show, December 27th, 2017, and it's the first day of Kwanzaa. What do you know? What do you know? Okay, so all my brothers out there, this show's for you. This show's called Kwanzaa, the holiday of hate. And I'm going to explain why it's the holiday of hate. Okay, it's, first of all, the guy that came up with it. Let's look into the guy that came up with Kwanzaa. This guy's a real heel. The Kwanzaa founder. Just look it up. His name is Maulana Nabesita Karenga. Maulana Nabesita Karenga. Okay, but his name is mad niggerish. It's Ronald McKinley Everett, 1941. So the founder of Kwanzaa is 1941. It was supposed to be some ancient African holiday. You figure they'd be out there worshiping freaking Pharaoh, because all the pharaohs were black, and the Eye of Horus. But no, they're like lighting some fake menorah. Okay, the Kwanzaa, best known, the Pan-African, African-American holiday Kwanzaa. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. And it is, because if you look up this guy, Maulana Nabesita Karenga, a.k.a. Ronald McKinley Everett, brother. Okay, this guy was a deranged felon who was torturing, killing, he was raping, he's going after other blacks while trying to start a race war back in the day. So Kwanzaa is just some Black Lives Matter bullshit fucking holiday. And yeah, I mean, they want a white Kwanzaa, right? That's what Obama sings at his Kwanzaa party. I'm dreaming of a white Kwanzaa, the kinds the Illuminati used to know. Yeah, what kind of Kwanzaa does Hillary and Obama have? Probably they gather around the African Kwanzaa table and they lay out a pizza and some little kids, right? And everybody's wearing like masquerade ball like creepy masks. That's what they do, right? I'm dreaming of a white Kwanzaa, you sons of bitches. I'm telling you, I knew it. Kwanzaa is full of shit. Why is it that Obama's getting called the most admired man of 2017? No, nobody asked me, right? GQ, whatever freaking stupid magazine, nobody asked me who I admired or who was the most admired man in my eyes, right? Sure as hell isn't Barack Hussein Obama, right? The fucking Muslim and chief who wants to have a white Kwanzaa, right? I mean, you forget what kind of demons the Africans worship. I mean, this is top-notch freaking demons, all right? What? Just type in Marduk in your computer right now. Type in Marduk, and not the metal band, but the deity. Marduk, the deity. Marduk was a late generation god from ancient Mesopotamia and patron deity of the city of Babylon. When Babylon became the political center of the Euphrates Valley in the time of Hammurabi, 18th century, he slowly started to rise position ahead of Babylonian pantheon. The god Imuhulu Marduk, or Ashur he's known as. I mean, these are ancient Mesopotamian gods. And, you know, you think the Jews are running the show. The Jews just count Marduk's money at the end of the day. So it's Marduk that's running the show, and it's Obama. You saw how he used to bend over backwards, like literally, so that, like, you know, do him in the sphincter. He bent over so much. Right? It's like, oh, bend over and do me. That's what he's doing. That's what he wants Marduk to do to him. You just bend him over backwards and go to town. Anyway, this Kwanzaa founded. Let's go back. Total bullshit holiday. Social justice, freaking pussy celebrating Kwanzaa. Oh my god, I'm so cultured. It's only been around since like freaking like 1970s and shit. And what's a Kwanzaa? A rip-off fucking holiday. Alright? Fuck Black Lives Matter. Deplorable lives matter. You fucking racist bitches. And it's the blacks that are the most racist of them all. I mean, by far, black people are the most racist. I mean, they have their own black dating sites. Blackpeopledate.com. Why don't they have a whitepeopledate.com, right? Well, they do. It's called a Farmer's Date or whatever. But they're the most racist, okay? And oh my God, brother, I was enslaved. It was the Egyptian pharaohs who were black that enslaved the Jews who were white. So, you know, when the Spanish and the British arrived in Africa, they noticed that all the tribes and all the mud hut people were enslaving their damn selves. They were enslaving their damn selves. So they gave the idea to the Spanish and the British. And, you know, you wouldn't have any of your black friends if the British and the Spanish wouldn't, you know, robbed their asses and brought them over to the Americas to plow the cotton. And now, you know, it's so sad. Now you don't even have 100% cotton shirts. So, you know. That's all I'm going to say about that. But, you know, the Nubians, right? Oh, yeah, my Nubian ancestry. Yeah, what's your Nubian goddess? The Nubian freaking Elohim that came down. And look at it. Nubians are believed to be one of the earliest cradles of civilization. Right? That's why they're like, oh, well, that's why they had to bring down Egypt, because Egypt was a black civilization, right? So their social justice bullshit goes all the way back to Egypt, okay? And then all these Muslims, right? All these black Muslims, right? The Anu, right? Those were black people too. The the Anu, and I'm telling you, aliens are coming down probably and butt fucking, you know, the Nubians started the ancient civilization then. And then they came down and they were just screwing everybody. So it said the sons of God will, you know, have sex with the daughters of man. That's all in your Old Testament, bro. But, you know, it's Kwanzaa. We're not going to do Kwanzaa, the Jewish style Kwanzaa. Even though they steal the menorah for Kwanzaa, their damn selves. But they're just so up their asses with the wrong history. They know nothing about real history. And black people today, they revere Martin Luther King as a saint, when in reality, man, I'm doing all the research. I'm going down the rabbit hole. It says here, KGB and Martin Luther King, they were like freaking lamb and tuna fish. You know, they don't go together, but they're on the same plate. Okay, Russia ties to Martin Luther King, Soviet communist movement in the black, you know, in the black civil rights movement. And FBI ended up getting some dirt on Martin Luther King. He banged a couple of white ladies he wasn't supposed to. And then that turned into like 30 white ladies that he wasn't supposed to do. But nonetheless, I mean, Martin Luther King, MLK, he's no different than that defanged fuck Abbas from Palestine. Seems to be leading to the KGB. All roads lead to the KGB. Martin Luther King was KGB. Abbas in Palestine is KGB. So there you have it. You have all the libtards and the commies teaming up together, celebrating Kwanzaa. Celebrating Kwanzaa. What do you eat on Kwanzaa? I went to this African restaurant in Brooklyn, and you know, they served me. I don't know what they served me. Some freaking rabbit or something. I mean, ugh. What do you eat on Kwanzaa? What are the Kwanzaa holiday meals? I mean, I had me some lamb and what else? All sorts of German chocolates. But you know what? At the end of the day, Kwanzaa, all these other bullshit holidays, they're all bullshit. That's what it is. We're a Judeo-Christian country. So at the end of the day, you either celebrate Hanukkah or Christmas or you get the fuck out. And Kwanzaa, this is a bunch of communist lowlives. You see the founder of Kwanzaa raped people. He tortured people. He killed other blacks, started a race war. Get out of here with your fucking Kwanzaa. Right? It's really another Illuminati divide and conquer holiday. And you want to know the real history? All my brothers out there want to know your real history? Oh, your ancestors' prayer, your African parents? Your African parents were the Elohim. And they came down, they're all our parents, right? They started the cradle of civilization. So there you have it. That's Kwanzaa in a nutshell, pretty much. Okay, I'm live now. Just give me a second, I'll edit out all the white noise, but you'll know. Now I'm live, but... So I guess what I'm trying to say is that MLK was a commie who was exposed for having sex with white hoes. Everywhere he goes, he had hoes in different area codes. And he was KGB. They never told me that shit when I was in third grade doing book reports on Martin Luther King. But they left that out on purpose. Anyway, you're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show, broadcasting live on Spreaker.com. It's December 27, 2017. And what else did I cover so far? The evils of Kwanzaa, this fake holiday. And they just came up with this holiday because they hate Jews. They can't stand the Jewish baby Jesus, so they needed like a black baby Jesus, you know? Looks like Kanye and shit or something, whatever. Anyway, the Kwanzaa founder wanted to start a race war. It was his main objective, and you see, that's why they're celebrating it today. All the black idiots matter, whatever they call themselves, okay? It should be all lives matter, not just, black, lives matter. Ugh, I hate saying it. It's got sorrows written all over it. But that's right, folks. You were listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. A Kwanzaa special. You believe that? I'm doing a fucking Kwanzaa special. And joining me now, okay, she's going to be joining me pretty soon. She's like the Marilyn Monroe to my Elvis. Okay, it's Jah Jah. That's right. She's going to be joining us. And we'll never be broken up or torn apart like that Joy Division song. Love will tear us apart again. They're never going to tear us apart, okay? But it seems that they're tearing up Kanye and Kim.
That's weird.
I saw it on one of those Sheeple magazines. Not People, it's Sheeple.
Would you believe it?
Oh my God, they're having a $10 billion divorce. That's the only way they could get back in. That's the only way they could get back into the tabloids.
I just don't know about that, Bruce, because, Kanye didn't tell me nothing about them breaking up. So I had no idea. And I don't pay attention to that other shit, TNT and stuff like that.
You mean TMZ?
Yeah, right. That. Exactly.
That crap.
Exactly.
Hey, how's your Kwanzaa going so far?
Do you know about Kwanzaa? I mean, I know you know about it.
I've been telling our listeners.
But the candles.
It's very scummy.
Yeah, there's like red is for the blood, and they use like red color, and then
yeah, because they're worshiping Marduk and freaking all these African demons.
Yeah, it's really suspicious. Very suspicious celebration. It's not. I'm not talking about anything racist, but I think it's disgusting. There are many Christian blacks, and there are many Jewish blacks.
No, but Jah Jah, am I racist? Let me ask you that. Am I racist because I'm going after Kwanzaa and everything? And no, but really, am I racist because I noticed that I start walking away from Asians in Walmart because I think they have SARS. And I heard that in the news. So does that make me racist, or is the news racist for making me racist?
Well, I think there's a if you're scared, for health reasons, that's something else, because you really don't know how clean they are.
No, but the blacks that celebrate Kwanzaa are racist. I just figured it out. Because, they stole Kwanzaa from Hanukkah.
Not yet.
Even has a K in it. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah.
Yeah, Kwanzaa.
Okay? The freaking candles look the same, and they did it because they hate Jewish babies.
Well,
and Jesus is a Jewish baby, is he not?
Yeah, he's Jewish. But it's not the same amount of candles, and the colors are very different. They make it very different. But, it's weird because I don't know if it's that they hate the Jews, because the Jews always help the black people. So a lot of people understand that. They wouldn't even have jobs.
Well, according to those Brooklyn anti-Zionist blacks, they really hate Jews.
Not really, Bruce. There's some people that are just haters. Like, I always... you can't, walk around like a hater in New York.
Look, I don't hate black people, okay? For Kwanzaa, you know what I plan on doing? I plan on watching a Fat Albert Christmas after this. I mean, is that racist?
No, Bruce, I'm not saying that you're racist.
Bill Cosby
I'm just
rules.
saying that Kwanzaa is a really strange holiday, and it's kind of like a way to marginalize the black people themselves.
And let me tell you something else. I don't care what the sexual harassment panda said about Bill Cosby. But because you want to talk about marginalizing black, Bill Cosby's like every black guy that didn't have a dad's father. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Bill Cosby is that father. Whether he put roofies in those hoes' drinks or not.
Right.
Because it could just be hoes that they hired as fake news. You don't know.
Back to Kwanzaa for a second. The people that are susceptible to be, to celebrate Kwanzaa, they're probably righteous. They probably are overly proud of their skin color, which I just have a problem with, I'm like, I have white skin, but I'm not like...
Oh, I'm better than you because I got more melanin than you. My melanin makes you better. Well, you want melanin? How about I take a melon and smash it on your head, melon head?
But the black skin melanin is good. I mean, you notice that their skin, if you're not doing crack or fucking coke or drinking a lot, their skin doesn't age.
That's because those bastards always exfoliating and stuff.
Well, they also have a different quality in the skin. That's why they look so young for so many years. Like, we saw this movie with Will Smith the other day. I mean, he looked pretty much the same.
Not only did we see a movie with Will Smith in it, but they talked about the Dark Lord and blue aliens invading L.A. L.A.'s already infested with illegal aliens. Well, now they really have illegal aliens coming in from, Planet X or something.
Yeah. Yeah. They killed a lot of cholos. You like that?
Oh, I love that. They're blasting freaking as spooky and termite all over the place. It was like, boom, man. Like, his freaking Cortez shoe was, hanging off one of his foot. It was beautiful. It was like poetry. Now, you know what? I hate Will Smith because he's so anti-Trump, but I gotta say, I like this latest Bright movie. I mean, they got all sorts of stuff in there. They talk about the Dark Lord and aliens and Saturn. It's pretty crazy. In L.A., filled with aliens.
You know what's funny about Will Smith is, he's not, a fabulous actor or anything like that, but, I mean, he's a really good actor, but he's so, he falls into roles so easy.
Let me tell you this. Every time there's UFOs happening or there's UFO sightings, the New World Order brings out Will Smith in our face to distract us about it with movie aliens.
I know.
Okay, the SpaceX thing. What was that? Was it Santa Claus riding his sleigh, or was it a missile? Or I mean, this thing has been seen. This SpaceX blast or whatever. That's a bunch of bullshit. But this particular blast has been seen in Vancouver in 1937. I mean, all around the world. I mean, even in religious art. But I think it's just some phony baloney Project Bluebeam shit. You know what? All they need to do is, the New World Order to take over the world. They need to do, a Project Bluebeam hologram of Will Smith. And then we'll all bow down and pray to Will Smith.
Mm-hmm. As long as he doesn't have a celebrate Kwanzaa.
He is.
I don't think so. You know what? A guy like Will Smith is not celebrating Kwanzaa in his house.
Oh, you could believe that nigga's celebrating Kwanzaa.
Oh, hells no.
He's mad niggerish.
Oh, hells no. He's a fucking bougie elite.
A bougie elite. Which reminds me, if you want to get your teeth fixed, you want to help Mexico be great again. If they're great again, then they're not going to come in and steal your job. Because they already got a job. They make teeth great again. So fuck all you boule blacks that work on teeth. That's right, I said it. How big are my huevos, Jah Jah? Pretty big, right? Have you ever met anybody with big huevos like me? And you don't have to answer that. I don't know. I'm a hot tamale. That's why you married me, right?
Are you talking about the size of your balls or the guts?
Like I said, you don't have to answer that.
Because I'm not going to tell
Jesus,
anybody how big your balls are. It's kind of gross.
Yeah, they're enormous. Listen. I told him, so enough. Jesus had a yarmulke, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did. I just want to remind everybody out there that's celebrating Christmas that Jesus was a Jew. So if you're listening to Tex Mars out there, I wonder how Tex Mars is spending his fucking Christmas.
If Jesus was a Jew, then how come there's not a lot of kids that are...
Oh, that's why they killed him.
If Jesus was a Jew, then how come there's not a lot of Jewish people with names like Jesus for their kids?
Oh, the Mexicans stole Jesus. There's so many Jesus in like Riverside and shit. And you know what's crazy? All the crazy like Bebe's kids or whatever, the ghetto ass kids, all these black kids, they go to Chuck E. Cheese, right? You try to take your kid to Chuck E. Cheese, and they got all these ghetto ass little black kids. Like, you know when you're playing the skee ball, you know you're supposed to throw it in like the 500 slot or whatever, or you gotta hit the alien with the ball or something. Well, he's over there with his hands on top of the machine, like putting the ball in the 500 slot so you can get like 1 billion freaking, you know, tokens and tickets. And he's jumping on everybody's, like, you know, machine.
You saw that?
What do you mean? I lived it. I mean, that's how all these Bebe's kids, these ghetto child.
That's California, not Brooklyn.
Oh,
I saw them in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn, they'll beat their ass. I see the mother beats their ass if they're staring at some candy. Like, nigga, you better not stare at that candy too long. I'll beat your ass. And nigga, you better stop talking so loud because my light bill is going to increase. You better shut the fuck up. Oh, yeah. Homie don't play that. They whip out the homie that don't play that sock and smack him with it.
I never saw that.
No. I like black people and I like all black people. Except in California. Yeah, that's right. You know, I tell it like it is.
You just hate California. You hate the Mexicans in California. You
Yeah.
hate the blacks in California. Yeah. And you can't stand the whites either. So it has nothing to do with color wars in that respect.
No, let me say it perfectly. I'm like Tom Araya from Slayer in that song. I hate everyone equally.
But you don't walk around with hate.
No, I'm a very loving person. But according to people on Facebook that have unfriended me, listened to the show recently, and they said, "Oh my God, Bruce! Oh my God, your hatred is unsettling! Oh my God!" Then why are you accepting my friendship to begin with?
Listen, Bruce comes from a place where...
From hell.
You know, in LA, that the blacks hated the Latinos, and the Latinos couldn't stand the blacks, even though he dated black girls and
I dated one little Creole chick.
Okay, all right, but
whatever.
there's other stories. But anyway, he had always black friends, and white friends. You know, always mixed it up. He didn't really care. It's just that the animosity.
Yeah, my racist ass mother didn't like it though when I brought home a black chick. She's like, "Ay, trajo una mayata. Oh my God."
She'd rather you go with a fucking straight up Latina hooker.
Oh, like a chola, like a raiderette or something.
Yeah, somebody who never went to school.
You know what my dad used to tell me?
Kids.
You know, like the Mexican village bicycle.
She'd rather have that.
But let me finish. You know what my father used to tell me before I walked in the house? He said, "Leave your little baby nuts hanging outside." You believe that? And then my mother's like the tale of the mad Arab. So, you know, that's what you got. You know, growing up in California, my dad used to say to me, he said, leave your little baby nuts outside my house. Hang them outside before coming in my house. So I says once, I said, "Hey, Dad, I tried to hang my nuts outside, but your baby nuts are hanging there already." Oh, you couldn't have that. The son of a bitch cornered me. Remember, I was 8.
Oh, yeah?
He cornered me.
You said that to him at 8 years old?
And then he squeezed my nuts.
You said that to him at 8 years old?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm Bruce Montalvo, baby. I've been deplorable for years. but you believe this son of a bitch, he squeezed my nuts. I should have been running to like CPS and said this nigga touched me in my happy place. But he didn't touch me like, you know, in a good way. Or like the priest. At least the priest kiss you in your happy place. No, he grabbed my nuts because I told him he had baby nuts, and he like tried to crush my balls.
Probably does have
fucking nutcracker. No, man. My father, he's worse. He's worse than the priests at the Vatican. You know, at least the priests try to kiss your nuts. No, he tries to smash my nuts. That's been like my relationship. He always try to smash my nuts. And my mother is the lunch lady gone mad. She's like the tale of the mad Arab. You know, she literally stole my kid. And now she has some hack former FBI paper pusher, Fed, helping her steal my child.
He's not even smart. He does
Merry fucking Christmas. Things. That's my family. That's why I only have Jah Jah, and I know that God has blessed me because Jah Jah has very nice boobs, and they're mine.
And didn't you find out recently that your family actually extorted your child from you?
I sure did.
I mean, you have actual proof that, you know, they literally said, you signed these papers to give me custody,
oh, they're like
I won't give you back your
They're
kids.
like the original Africans who enslaved themselves. They're enslaving themselves, their own son. They steal my daughter, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I literally need like an African voodoo witch doctor to do some umbutu shumbutu to you know, my mother, whose name literally sounds like ISIS. So she's like a total terrorist and a demon.
I mean, this is a plea for me, you know, to the FBI, because it actually left the police station and went to the FBI, so it's in the Fed's hands. Because there's so many
we got a case already.
There's
we got
so
a case
many
on this
crimes
bitch
that his parents did in reference to her. I think I cited 33. So
well, when I went to New York, I only had the shirt on my back.
Yeah, they took like $12,000 worth of his things, and they refused to give it back. And they admit, you know, so 90% of the law is possession, and they admit possession of his things, and they extort his child from him. Both parents do. They say, and they abuse the power of attorney.
Think about it. This just got poetic. Okay, they don't want to hear all the nitty gritty. They want to hear the poetic. Now, I talked about my father smashing my nuts. Did I not?
Yeah.
Well, when you go to court, what do? You testify.
Yeah, testify.
So, what does it mean to testify? To have your balls broken. Thank you. Continue.
Yeah. And your father was wild in court. He was
wild.
He was so wild that they threw him out, actually.
Yeah.
They said, you're not allowed back in the courtroom anymore. That's how horrible he was. So what I'm just asking is a plea for the new year. If anybody's got any connections to the FBI, you know, just let them step on his parents, please. I mean, his parents tortured him. He's a grown man. He's still they filed fake a restraining order on me that didn't even get accepted because they had to make up so many stupid lies, and none of them were even worthy of a threat. So
so if there's anybody out there that like knows Ted Gunderson or FBI people in San Diego or anywhere else, I mean, you want to help your old buddy Bruce that's you know, been very good to you in the Patriot movement, because you know I'm a patriot, not a patronut. Why don't you help your buddy Bruce out, because you know I got these insane beaners that love Hillary Clinton, that love to steal children, and this is literally like some Pizzagate shit with a patriot getting his child stolen from him. Is it not?
You know, it's horrible. I mean, considering this kid that we really care about, and we just bought her we used to buy her so many things because she's really creative, and she loved it.
You mean Bruce Montalvo Jr.,
yeah,
the girl.
Right, and so and she was having a good time, but she never gets to do anything. So you see her, we take her swimming, we do things.
I was even giving her remote viewing lessons, but I think she's so in league with the dark side that she lost her powers.
But she was creating all these fabulous sculptures, and
or maybe she gained even stronger powers. Anyway, go on.
I don't know, but Bruce loves her, but she, you know, she was really cool. Like, she was even selling these clay creatures she made in school. She's only 10 years old.
Oh, that I really liked.
Yeah,
it was like very, very capitalist of her. I was so proud. I had like a tear in my eye. I was like, oh, keep it up, sport.
Yeah, and then as soon as we started getting like on good terms with her again,
I've never cried on air. I just did. I pulled like a Glenn Beck.
Well, it's terrible. You see, the FBI really needs to help Bruce because.
Oh yeah, didn't you hear the sincerity?
He has so much.
Did you hear the passion?
He has so much anguish from the torture of his psychotic mother. All you have to do is research this woman, and you can look at her face, and that she never smiles.
Never smiles.
She was never nice to us. I noticed all through our wedding, she couldn't wish me anything. She never reached out to me to say congratulations. She never even said congratulations to her son. She was so cold, and she just was pressuring him to sign over the custody of his daughter Because she's a paranoid. She keeps his daughter locked in her room.
Oh, Democrat supporter? I mean, right there. I mean, any patriots that want to help good old Bruce and the government. I mean, this is a Democrat supporter who loves Hillary and just steals children. Come on. Don't you want to help Bruce? I mean, didn't I bring them, like, knockout guests this year? I mean, John Lear, all these, like, home run hit shows. I mean, I care about my audience. I love my audience. I take the time to go out there and talk to you on social media and make you, feel like you're special, and then I make all these beautiful products, with love and quality, and I give them to my audience. I give my life to my audience, do I not?
Yes, you do.
So if there's anybody out there that is in my audience that has the power to help out a patriot like me in this time of need, where I've had my child ripped from me from evil people. I'm not even going to put a spin on it, try to be funny. This is good versus evil. And let me tell you something, I never kicked anybody while they were on the way up, and I was never kicking them. So I feel like I'm going on the way
or
up.
on the way down. You never kicked them on the way down.
Yeah, if you're on the way down, I'm not going to kick you. And if you're on the way up, I'm going to try to help you. So, it depends who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're a buddy of mine. What I'm trying to say is I'm a good guy. I don't try to kick people when they're down. But these people that stole my child, I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm freaking 6 feet under. They're shitting on my grave. They're excavating my grave and lighting my corpse on fire.
I've never seen such evil from one's parents. And even this guy... who's like a psychic, he's like a Umbanda fucking Palero, and he was like...
a pretty famous Palero, we talked to this guy named Tata. They all call themselves Tata. It's
or something.
Nah, that's his last name, but Tata, that's what they call themselves.
And that's
right?
What your daughter calls your father that also, Tata. It's
Yeah,
really weird.
Her Krampus.
But this guy said that his parents, his mother especially more than his father...
Well, he opened up the spirit world. The spirit world. And through the ether, through the spirit world, the spirit guide came out and said, pure enemy.
And pure evil. He
And
said,
pure
don't
evil.
be afraid to go dark on this lady. And I can't believe that. First he was going to say, keep it
Oh, no,
soft.
I didn't. I
it's
went
your
out.
family.
I went out and I got the Darth Vader suit and everything. Look, let me tell you something. I was wishing, to Santa Claus this year. I left the milk and cookies out, and I wrote, hey, dear Santa, dear Saturn, please use one of your cool new X-37 laser drones to laser my mother's house.
It didn't work.
But they didn't do it. They were just lasering Frosty the Snowman. And the only asshole eating cookies and milk on Kwanzaa right now, thinking he's fucking so cool, is Obama the coolo. Anyway, let's go on.
Yeah, well...
You're asking for a Kwanzaa miracle.
Exactly. They really are sick people to have even raised a child, because his mother told me specifically that she wanted to use his child as vengeance. I mean, I never heard anybody say that, because she doesn't like her son. And the judge, it's funny because he really liked Bruce, and then he turned around, and then his mother set him up, filed a false charge on me.
Oh, her FBI lawyer. Her former hack paper pusher probably wasn't anything special.
And then he typed to his daughter
In the
very
FBI.
fatherly, like, oh, young lady, I can't believe that.
Everything I said sounded like something,
Disney.
a family dad in Disney would say.
Yeah, it didn't sound like anything. But the fact is that you only mentioned...
Oh, it was the judge that sounded like a fucking pervert. He was over there, this kid's gonna go through the birds and bees. And let me tell you something, Mr. Montalvo. But you're not. It's not like you're a bad father. It's not like you're having sex with your kid or beating it. I could believe the level of like
twisted. Well, he sees a lot of twisted people all the time.
Altruistic crap
Your mother
was coming out
set
of his
you
mouth.
up. Your mother set you up. She painted you black. But she's the evil one. The whole time, she's hurting her own son, and now she's hurting his son. So if you want to see a young lady be a real citizen that's progressive, productive, and positive...
Talking about my kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not like a snotty little stupid loner alienated
Well,
weirdo.
you are a scholar. You're an academic. You're an artist, a musician. and you're sexy, and you have a nice boobs. So you're very, very, you're like overly qualified. I mean, you could be like president of the universe with those qualities. But it's safe to say that you're a positive influence for my daughter.
Yeah.
So.
And I wasn't buying her love.
You were buying her Japanese clay, and she was making amazing things, making money with it. I mean, that is a positive influence. So, that goofy-ass weirdo judge, at the end of the day, even though he had all this dark language from me in the courtroom, really sarcastic.
It was hurtful for me
at the end of the day, he ended up not siding with them, and like, you're still in the mix, like, they could still have you in the mix. You can still talk to my kid. My mother's trying to get a permanent restraining order on you with no nothing.
No grounds.
No ground for it.
But no, he's got supervised calls. Even because you know why? Because he said to his daughter, he mentioned the word court. I can't believe your grandmother filed. I can't believe your grandmother filed this on my wife. So his fucking mother filed some shit on me that ended up getting him in trouble, so he can't even talk to his daughter. It's really sick how they.
And they didn't have the kid. They didn't have the kid called during Hanukkah. Okay, of course they don't fucking know when Hanukkah is. They don't. Let alone they don't know it's 8 days.
She knew.
Whatever.
She's a lunch lady in the schools.
They didn't have the kid call on Christmas Eve, which is like Christmas for Mexicans. Christmas Eve is Christmas for the Mexicans. So she didn't have her call me on Mexican Christmas.
Right.
You think I don't know, bitch?
Right.
What, you think I forgot?
Well, I think, if anybody's got any advice, but I'm just kind of questioning.
Look, I know a couple of guys that might hate me that could help. Maybe, if you're listening, we heard what organizations we need to help us. What law enforcement. If you know somebody, hey, why don't you help Bruce Montalvo? Okay, and you can help me by also buying some of the beautiful jewelry I have.
But let me just say that, and
before
I think
the commercial,
they did already today.
Okay,
but
good.
Thank you for that. That was really awesome.
We love our shoppers, and we love everybody that shops with us at Antique Obsessions and at Conceptual Subculture.
I was so good. I made it very, very cushy for the FBI and the police.
Look,
I gave up. No. If you want me to be here, then stop cutting me off, please. So I cited all the codes, all the penal codes from Arizona, from California, and I cited the federal codes of the crimes that were committed. A total of 33, although some of them will overlap, and it's up to the feds to decide. But there's like extortion, there's bribery, there's signing a notarized letter for a court, for an official procedure. And there's so many different crimes that your mother and father did.
And that's what I was going to say. My mother and father are no different than the freaking Clintons or like the Corleones. Okay? This is some true fucking Gambino fucking scumbags. And they just stole my fucking kid.
Hillary would never treat her children that way.
I know.
If you give your mother Hillary's power, she would be just a horrible.
You'd be worse than Hitler and Eva Peron combined.
Oh, just the worst, probably, yeah.
I just said my mother would be worse than Hitler, and Stalin was worse than Hitler, and you just said my mother would be worse than Stalin.
Oh, hell's yeah. She's horrified.
Oh, well, she'd kill a lot of Jews. She doesn't like Jews,
She doesn't like anybody but Jehovah's Witnesses and dumb fucks and sluts.
I can't believe this is my mother. You're making the great Montalvo look bad, but that's why I'm estranged from my family. I've been estranged since I was 18. Been on the road. I used to be in a rock and roll band. So I haven't been with my family since I was 18. I've been, hitting the road,
I heard
turn the page, like the song.
There's a plant called the
Metallica
mother-in-law tongue snake. Snake. So I figured it.
Mother-in-law's tongue? That's a plant?
Yeah. So I said it was. I called them. It's 2 words. It's a snake tongue, or mother-in-law's plant. So I called the mother-in-law's snake tongue. My mother said that to me today.
That's pretty funny.
His mother is so bad, and I get along even with my brother's mother-in-law, all right, and love them. And I'm
going to keep getting along with you if you make some more of these awesome smoothies. But
it's like pineapple yogurt.
You're getting everybody fat over the holidays. Even the cats outside. They look like Marlon Brando. You're feeding them. You're feeding everybody.
Listen, you're just trying to get rid of that food because we're moving. Yeah, we got a bigger place.
Got a nice big house, and now in the house, I have my own Montalvo Broadcasting Network studio. I know exactly where I'm going to put it. The sound's going to be incredible. I apologize. I had a couple of shitty shows with the sound. And some trolls came out, and they were like, "Oh, you fat bastard. Your show sucks. Your audio quality sucks." I'm like, first of all, I'm super fucking sexy, and I'm not fat.
Anyway, you shouldn't have to make excuses and fight trolls.
Yeah, you don't want to feed the trolls, just like you don't want to feed the animals or the bears in the forest.
Wildlife.
Yeah.
But,
so how about we advertise that jewelry that makes us that money?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're not like the Corleones, like Hillary, just stealing money. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, we don't steal money like the Corleones or the Clintonones.
I'll tell you what I made today.
We make things.
How about I'll tell you what I made today. Today and this week I made these beautiful big fat red coral bracelets that I'll be listing. They're like
Speaking of fat.
But they're like big, chunky. They're awesome. And
why you gotta look at me when you say that? What, am I big and chunky?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as fat as that Tyrus guy. I'm not fat at all. I'm just PHAT. Anyway, keep going. And so are your red coral bracelets. They're amazing.
Mm-hmm. And then I made these other gemstone bracelets, like rubies mixed with amethyst. And I
Speak of the devil.
Right? And I use like Bali beads, like really cool focal beads, like beautiful with toggles and sterling silver, everything on it. Real gemstones. I did some with pearls. And emeralds, so I had like straight up, those are like my beaded bracelets, and tanzanite, so I mixed the tanzanite and the rubies.
That sounds like some African jungle bunny city.
It's really stunning.
Tanzanite.
It's beautiful, beautiful gemstones. And then,
oh my god, he said jungle bunny. Oh my god, he's so hateful.
And then Bruce and I just finished making a few more repoussé sterling cuffs and silver plate. So some of them are really extremely exotic looking. You know, one water lilies that's like 6 inches big and be a really huge statement with chains, these big chains that go up your arm like a gladiator. They're awesome.
So in other words, it could fit a big old fat person too.
Well, we can adjust it to men's sizes, and we can adjust it to any size, petite. You know.
I go fat shaming. That's probably why one of these. People unfollowed me on Facebook because I fat shame and I'm so hateful.
You should have showed her your stomach and said, well, you know, it takes one to know that.
What the fuck? You want me to say you have like saggy titties or something?
You can say that. You know?
But you don't. And I don't have a stomach like you just said.
I'm just saying, at the right angle, anybody can have a stomach.
Yeah, like that fat fuck. Like that fat fuck from New Zealand who thinks he's Alex Jones. And don't even fucking mention this asshole's name. We call him asshole and we call him pineapple boy, who should have a pineapple shoved up his ass like Harvey Keitel did to Hitler in that movie that I like.
Piggy Pisswood.
Yeah. Vinny Jerkoff, whatever, man. There's some alternative media faggot.
He's huge, but I'm just saying.
No, he's not huge, like in a huge audience. He's just huge.
No, he's really.
He's a fat fuck.
But I mean, you could make yourself.
Oh, bro, you're so mean. Oh my god, oh, you should have seen. I was so mean to them in the old days, right? What did I tell one of his friends? Some fake journal. I said, "Why don't you go eat a dick?" And it was like, "Oh." Bruce Montalvo tells mother of children to go eat a dick.
So you should take a picture of yourself with like 2 dildos and like this. Like do it.
Okay. I'm going to whip out the Broadway hook and you're out of here. Okay? No, 2 dildos and Montalvo. No, you whip out
well, you know, you should
2 dildos
you should
and
take
do
a picture of you and then like have it look like a black guy, you know, like change the skin tone.
What?
Yeah, and then anytime somebody wants to call you racist, you say, hey, I'm black. What the fuck you talking about, you stupid nigga? And then
that's funny. You see, I'm pulling the Broadway hook back. I'm allowing you back on the Bruce Montalvo
And then,
stage.
like, you should take pictures of yourself because your daughter looks Chinese. You should do your eyes like Chinese. And anytime you make
my daughter really brings down my look. I mean, I got, like, this cosmopolitan, like, you know, kind of like, you know, very intriguing look. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if I'm like, or British or something. I mean, you don't fucking know.
Or British or
yeah, it's like in between.
Bulgarian.
But when my stupid ass kid's hanging out next to me, I look like fucking Naco the taco salesman from fucking Sonora.
Oh, fuck yeah, especially here.
That shit sucks, bro.
Tucson.
It takes away my total Napolitano ice cream. Cosmopolitano.
Yeah. But, so anyway, you could just, like, take a big... If they say you're fat shaming, then just, put yourself at a really wide angle.
No, we're not fat shaming because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how fat you are, we'll still make you a bracelet or whatever, and we'll work with you because size does not matter, okay? In that aspect,
My father made large size clothing. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to make, like, sizes for, like I don't know, the hugest woman in the world.
Size matters when you're in the bed doing the vertical sideways showdown.
He made
it doesn't matter if well, it does matter actually. I'm lying.
Can I tell you?
No, can I tell you something? Because if you go on an airline, size matters. Because if you're that fucking fat, you're gonna take up like 3 seats, and your fat's gonna be like gurgling over. I mean, let me just be a realist. And the fat is gonna get in the way of the other person's seatbelt where they're trying to put in the seat. The fat's gonna be getting in the way. It's gonna be seeping through the other seat onto the seatbelt.
It happened to me once.
What if you're sitting between 2 fat guys?
It's horrible.
So size totally matters. I mean, in the bedroom and in life. So try not to be so fat.
She overflowed on it, but then they usually buy the
That's right. I'm fat shaming on Kwanzaa.
But he's not fat black shaming.
No.
Right. Oprah did enough of that.
Oh my God, she's got some satanic new movie coming out. I mean, God damn.
A Wrinkle in Time.
I don't know. A Twinkie in Time.
I want to see that.
Fat bitch.
Shoot, I'm glad she's acting again.
Anyway, I want to run by. Speaking of fat black commies, I want to run some info by you before we go on this Kwanzaa special. The KGB was totally in league with Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
They're saying Russian ties to Martin Luther King's assassination. More like fake death, and then they sent him to Moscow because he was Agent King for the KGB. What do you think of that? Did they teach you that in school?
Where do you think Will Smith came from?
Some black lady's vagina?
Yeah, probably his father. Take a look at some of the pictures of him next to Martin Luther King. He looks like his family.
I don't know.
Look at the pictures.
You're going to get in with those doppelgangers again.
Look at the pictures. Look at the features in his face. They look very similar. I'm not saying the same person. I'm saying it looks like family. And that's the thing. People that are high up, I mean, how do you get so high up?
Yeah, how did Obama get so high up? He's probably related to Will Smith. They're all black freaking Nazis, okay? And let me tell you something about black Nazis. All right, Obama should be convicted and tried for treason against this country. Okay, he's not the most popular person. No, you're the most hated person. GQ didn't ask me. Obama should be tried, convicted, and shot in the balls for what he did to this country.
Yeah. Whatever. He was pretty bad, man. I'm so glad that he's out.
And that's not me trying to be like Hal Turner
glad
either,
we have
okay?
Trump. That's the best.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad we have Trump. I mean, Trump, again, what's Trump doing? Trump's just running the Burger King now. So if you don't like the menu or the tax bill or whatever, oh my God, you just remember who funds the menu, Goldman Sachs. And all these idiots that are, Trump drinks too much Coca-Cola, or all these dribbling fucktards talking shit about, Trump this, Trump that, he has sponsorship deals with Coca-Cola and McDonald's.
Okay.
They're sponsoring him like he's Michael Jordan.
So what?
Okay?
Probably his family, too.
And I'm sponsoring Mexican dentists instead of black dentists. Okay, yes, Mexican dentists in Mexico. Okay? Just don't go to my fucking place and fuck up my appointment. All right? I'm sponsoring Mexican dentists over black dentists because just look at my teeth right now.
Listen.
They're whiter than Hugh Jackman's teeth.
They're nice. You said they're the whitest they've ever been your whole life. Now, let me just want to say one thing. They had to rip apart some plaque in Bruce's teeth that was, like, painful for him. And, and he didn't floss a lot. So, but anyway.
You called me fat,
no,
and you're saying I don't floss.
You're not fat. I wouldn't fuck a fat guy. Come on.
Yeah, you fuck a very hot Latin girl that's
stop.
cosmopolitan.
Listen, so I just wanted to say that he had a great job, the most beautiful job done. And then here in Tucson, it wasn't just that one black dentist that I went to. I saw all of their price sheets. It didn't matter what color they were. they were all charging.
Yeah, they're all boule to me.
Yeah, whatever, white, black.
Boule,
Women,
poo-poo
if
shit.
they're in the city in Tucson,
Ah, c'est
they
soir.
would have charged you $800.
C'est soir.
$800 for what they did for you in Nogales for
yeah.
$50 or $65, and then they had the top of the line everything there. They had the top of the line.
Okay, you just gave away the location to where I go for my dentist.
That's okay. Nogales is filled with dentists.
Okay.
There's like 150 of them.
All right,
there.
just don't go to my fucking place, all right? You fucking dribbling fucktards. Speaking of dribbling fucktards, let's do a little year in recap because the year's ending. I mean, we got like 3 shows left, maybe 4 if I do a couple morning things before we, head out the show. Because there's just so much news to cover. There's so much news to cover. Let's do a year in review. Okay, this was the year of the Trump, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
Trump did so much this year that he broke the freaking year in review. So it's just Trump, just boom, big gold letters. That was 2017. It was Trump.
I never told you where to buy our fabulous jewelry, so you have to go to Etsy.com/shop/Antique Obsessions, one word, or Conceptual Subculture. So that's Etsy.com/ that's /shop, and then word shop, and then a /, and then Conceptual Subculture. Or you could just go to Google and type in one word, Conceptual Subculture. Our store will show up. It links to the other store. We have 2 different styles altogether. So just look at all of our different things. All the new stuff will be up in the next 2 days. So we have 50% and 60% off sale. Things are going really fast. It's been awesome. Anything helps because we are moving. We might have to buy a couple of things when we get there. And, they always want, more money to turn everything on. But we also are on eBay. We're Outrageous Jewelry. And that's spelled Jewelry.
Outrageous.
Jewelry, not with 2 L's, because 2 L's is British. They like saying jewelry.
I'm not David Icke. I'm not fucking telling you and selling you anti this and that. I'm selling you jewelry.
And I think how you get to our eBay stores is called stores.ebay.com/outrageous jewelry. I think that's the URL for that. And we're on Amazon too. We are on Amazon Handmade. We do pretty okay there. They pick and choose, but the sales come in. But some people don't like Amazon. But we're on Amazon Handmade, and it's we're Antique Obsessions on Amazon.
And for all our Facebook friends, because let me tell you, we got like a 58% chunk of our new listenership that comes directly from Facebook. So I want to thank everybody this year that clicked like on our show page at the Bruce Montalvo Show and followed me on Facebook and friended me on Facebook. And that our listenership, 58% of it comes from Facebook. So for all our Facebook friends, you could shop with us at Antique Obsessions on Facebook, at Conceptual Subculture on Facebook, and spread some holiday cheer. Why don't you? And look good while you do it.
We were listening to the Nutcracker.
Beautiful, one of a kind, wearable art.
So I hope everybody had a good holiday. We listened to the Nutcracker, Tchaikovsky. Mm-hmm. That was good.
And how about the year in review? Can I do that? You forgot to do the commercial. Now we did it. The year of the Trump. Mm-hmm. It was the year of the Trump. That's the whole year in review. So there, I did it. Trump, and they should bring back sexual harassment panda, because a lot of people were being sexually harassed in 2017, weren't they? You don't touch me here. You don't touch me there. Don't touch me there. Oh no, sexual harassment panda. I just wanted to do the song. Yeah, they should really bring him back though. Petey was sexual harassment panda. He's behind the whole Petey the panda bear. I used to do a children's show with a panda puppet, It was on PBS a long time ago in the 80s. And I used a panda bear. No, I'm just giving you bad statistics. That's not true. But they stole the idea from me. And this whole 2017 year has been about sexual harassment and pandas.
You know what? Trump is really digging up the fucking molesters.
Oh, he is.
He's less than molesters.
And let me say something else. I think that Trump's been sending all these hidden subliminal messages and on Fox and Friends or whatever he gets his message out on his Twitter. he's been getting the message out that he's gonna fry these fucking sons of bitches. And overnight, it's rumored. Now, I don't need Snopes to debunk me because they work for Hillary. But it's rumored that George Soros had a heart attack on Christmas Eve. It could be because
Snopes
of...
says no.
Snopes can kiss my ass. It's rumored that George Soros had a heart attack on Christmas Eve. So they're not going to tell you what they don't want to tell you because he's in a seat of power right now. So they can't let you know that God himself, George Soros, had a heart attack, right? No, they're going to cover that up because he's working on a bionic atomic heart and he doesn't want to end up like David Rockefeller or whatever. Maybe David Rockefeller merged with the machines already. He probably did. So, but George Soros isn't ready for that. So he doesn't want the news out that he possibly had a fucking heart attack. So I think if there's any validity to that, it's because Trump is putting so much fucking goddamn pressure on the Illuminati pedophiles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's a good thing because this is kind of gross the way some of these people have been. And also, there's a lot of gay men that abuse their power too to other gay men. Don't think that it's just heterosexual and women. Wait until the real shit comes out too. I mean, there's a lot of they don't really want to admit that they're gay, but I know for a fact that I've heard people that work in the industry, music industry. I've seen it all the time in the art industry. Well, you saw that with that's right, you saw that with Spacey. So you're gonna see more of that shit because these men, there's a lot of men like Kevin Spacey who are really fucking gross. I mean, they abuse their power all the time. I mean, I knew an art dealer that said that told one of my friends who was straight.
You got some inside baseball on Kevin Spacey. I wanted to set that up for you.
Oh yeah, Carter Costera. He actually came out with a story that he was molested by him. I mean,
wow. And
this
is
is
an
got
artist.
out of it. Yeah.
This is
a
fellow well-known artist.
Yeah. And
what's his name again?
Carter Costera. I think it's Carter and then Costera with a K.
And he's saying that Kevin Spacey tried to touch his no-nos.
Yeah, he drugged him. He came into an art opening and gave him a drink, and then he ended up in a bed somewhere.
Oh my
and then
God!
He,
was his liver missing?
Nobody was kicking him.
His clothes.
He jumped out. And he kind of wore off or something, and he jumped out. And then Kevin was like, "Oh, I'm not gay. I'm not gay." That's what he said.
Oh, while he has the guy's cock in his mouth.
Right. No, he didn't do anything to him, but he was about to. He had him on a bed and about to fuck him. And I heard that he had raped people. So these kind of sick people are around all the time, and they are raping gay men, and it's pretty scary. So, people need to just speak up. And I'm not saying that, it's just a woman thing, because it's not like all about the woman power, but the scumbags and the pedos, these motherfuckers need to be shot down. I mean, they're gross. I was in a, I was helping a bust for a pedo when I was teaching. There was this kid, these little Latino kids, and they were very cute little boys. They were like second graders or something, and
oh no,
yeah. And then there was like the vice principal. He was like one of these guys, and then we caught him.
The vice principal was the dirty pedophile?
The vice principal of that particular location.
Oh my God! You see, they get drunk with power. Okay, so I think my mother would be a vicious pedophile,
yeah,
or some type of freaking worse than Stalin
person. Yeah, he
person.
would drive the kids home.
Oh my God!
The little boys home, and he wasn't allowed. And then he would we saw him crawling under a table once to talk to a boy, and we all.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we all ganged up on him, and we got him fucking. And then he was also a pedo in another school. He knew that in this school, and they hired him. But he already had a pedo record. So this kind of thing is fucking vile.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, and there is a system of acceptance of
and what's the Pope doing while all this stuff's doing? He's sitting on his golden toilet with his wall, because he has his own wall, and he's dancing salsa with people in clubs, reportedly. You want to stop pedophilia? You need to demolish and bulldoze every Catholic church in the United States of America.
Not everyone.
All of them.
Not all of them.
All of them. Especially ones that have father-daughter dances and weird shit like that.
Oh, that shit is weird.
Okay?
The father-daughter dance?
And all these seedy pizza joints all over the country. If you see a pizza joint that has a triangle and a triangle inside it, there's something weird going on. I'm like, that's FBI stuff. And if there's an old man grabbing a baby at all, or there's babies and old men, like a theme of babies and old men, where it kind of makes you uncomfortable, but it's not like outwardly wrong because they put it on the menu. It's just suggestive. I say you get the fuck out of that fucking pizza store immediately. Make your own pizza. Buy some freaking tortillas and some good arrabbiata sauce and some mozzarella and make your own damn pizza because they're raping kids back there.
Yeah. It's pretty gross, some of these places. I don't know what's going on, like, because I'm not really on the inside. Obviously.
Well, we don't know that inside baseball. We don't want to. You want to know about that inside baseball? Just ask Hillary's campaign manager, John Podesta. Oh, he knows all about it. He'll take you through a tour of the dregs, underground Washington freaking pedo facilities.
Yeah. At the Getty Center, you said there was shit going
on?
Oh,
that's a major breaking news. That's a whole other show with a whole other guest. A whole other set of freaking topics and questions. At the Getty Center in Los Angeles, it's reported that it's a giant facility, an underground pedophile, like, freaking dungeon. The Getty Center in LA.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's this artist. I was reading this, the 17 worst shows this year, or whatever, the bunch of art shows, and I was reading an ArtNet, and my old friend, she was good to me and writing articles about me. This girl, Rachel Corbett, she was writing about, she showed this Richard Kern, a photographer who I used to like. I used to think he was a really great photographer, and she ripped a hole in that nigga's ass. She was like, he's not even, forget about respecting women. I mean, he's gone, like, he's not even making art.
What about that Damien Hirsch guy or whatever, who's really disrespecting women by having giant pig men have sex with, like, bronze women in, like, a statue?
Yeah, she thought that was horrible, too. But the photos that Richard Kern took, you said specifically looked like this Kim Noble, who was like a known, making known paintings.
Yeah, they got the children in bondage in that guy's art too. So that guy is a part of it. The art world's a part of it. The art world is run by sick Marxist libtard pedophiles.
Yeah,
and the gay mafia.
The gay mafia was okay to me at first, and then they fucking robbed me and they kicked me out.
Oh yeah,
they all fucked me. I was just so sick of them. They're all gross, man. They're gross people. They're dirty old men. They only wanted, like, photos of little boys, and that would, like,
God,
make them happy and shit, you know, like. But whatever. I'm not, like, mad at them, but I mean, some people I'm not mad at, but other people, like, they really turn their back on me with Ryan McGinley, like, the courts and everything. But some people stood up for me, and I had, like, a lot of expert witnesses.
And all this has what to do with Kwanzaa, Jah Jah? Are we just having a Kwanzaa talk? We're, like, sitting over a Kwanzaa fire or whatever?
Whatever. I was a sacrificial lamb.
Whatever the Negroids do on Kwanzaa. Did you hear that? That was racist. Oh, my God. Was it racist or was it a joke?
If they want to celebrate Kwanzaa, then they are a Negroid. How about that?
Yeah, because they don't care about anybody else. It's like total black supremacy.
Right.
And the more melanin they have, that means that's the more that I'm better than you.
It's those fucking people. When I was teaching one year, they told me that I had to celebrate Kwanzaa with my kids. That's why I knew
What
about
the
it.
fuck?
It was fucking horrible. And I was like, ew. And I got the creeps. I was like, what is this shit? I'm like,
that's why we're talking about killing children, sacrificing children, all that stuff, because it goes hand in hand. Because on Kwanzaa, all the Africans that worship Kwanzaa, it's just some new age satanic freaking seance or ritual for demon like Marduk, more than likely.
That guy stuck a plunger in this. The guy who came up with Kwanzaa was a felon who stuck a plunger down somebody's mouth.
His name is very fun to say, though, or try to say. Maulana Nabesitha Karega.
That wasn't his real name.
Oh, his real name's mad niggerish, though. I said that in the beginning of the show. I said,
like Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, his name, Ronald McKinley Everett. It sounds like a nose tackle for the Oakland Raiders or something. Ronald McKinley Everett. Pan-African. Yeah, Pan-African. Isn't Pan the name of Satan?
Yep.
Pan-African my ass. It's just a bunch of demon worship, all right? And, you know.
And he put acid, he melted his girl's face. What was that other thing he did?
Oh, my God.
He did some fucked up things. You should type in what his felons were.
Well, he was a deranged felon who tortured people, so pouring acid sounds right up his alley. Sounds like his M.O. He raped bitches, and he killed other niggas that weren't down with his Black Panthers.
All right, so he was a vile human being, and any black person that wants to follow that shit,
You're a vile human being too, because you're following a rapist and a torturer.
Listen, I had a lot of best friends, a lot of very not best
brother.
Friends, not best friends, but like tight friends. Like my friend Aspen, who died, he was into that fucking Muslim Brotherhood shit, like with what's his face, Farrakhan. But I mean, I wasn't. We never really jive like that. He was like Jamaican, so like it didn't really matter. Like when he would hang out with acid and all that. But like he wasn't like bringing that fucking shit. But he said he used to be more like that. But then to me, I think he was just lost. So like we didn't have any issues at all, like color issues, nothing. I've had a million black friends, I still do. But like that kind of, he never really separated himself from people. But some of these people, like there's this other cat that Scott's friend with, his name is Chris. He fucking, I don't know if you met him, but he can't stand people. Like he hates black people, like even himself. And he's black. Like he thinks that everything's coming to him. He's one of those people.
That reminds me of Eminem, who hates white people himself.
Oh no.
Yes, he does.
Oh,
you
that's
know
why
what?
there's like white girls singing on his album.
He's saying he wants to commit suicide now because he's so white. So I'm saying I'm pulling out my freaking Ruger. I'm like, here you go, bro. Here you go. Do it. Come on.
Eminem better not fucking kill himself. But second of all, he might be doing a psyop on his fans.
He's probably just gonna fake his death and rake in $32 million next year.
$32 million.
Oh, that ain't shit. My bad.
A lot more than that.
Wait, $1 billion. Sorry. Yeah, $32 million. It sounds like $5 for a guy like Eminem.
This stuff then? And then they have to sue me for
more like over 600 million. No, even more. Wow. This guy's rich.
If M fakes his death, then I could sing back my tracks, and then I'd have to be sued by them. But when it was really my songs that were redone by him, so I was doing a derivative, and as long as I filed...
Derivative.
Yeah, and I have the copyright to it. So if they try to come at me... So
you're going to come right back in their eye.
I could be Feminem and shit, you understand? I'd be like, yo, what's up?
So you know that you have to exchange your black beanie for a pink pussy hat to be the Feminem, because this guy went from being a chainsaw wielding Jason Voorhees to a Barney the dinosaur's vagina. That's what turned into Eminem. So Eminem turned into Barney the fucking dinosaur in 2017.
I know he wanted to drive on my politics, and he was trying to be the oppositional antithesis, and
he's probably celebrating Kwanzaa right now.
Nah, he fucking hates that
with
shit.
his black brothers.
Oh, hell's no. No, but that's the thing. There's too many people controlling his image. You think he does. I doubt it. So, he's got a whole...
Speaking of controlling...
He better not kill himself.
Speaking of controlling, they're controlling the weather. Because as I sit here, poolside, drinking out of a little glass with an umbrella, a little Hawaiian umbrella on it, all the assholes in the East Coast are freezing in like 60 inches of snow, right? Like in Erie, Pennsylvania. They got to be geoengineering this. I mean, it's 30 degrees colder than it's supposed to be out in the East Coast. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, it's creepy. It's like 13 degrees.
Geoengineering.
Oh, I sold off an Eminem photograph today.
That's why I brought it up, too.
Yeah. I only had 2 prints of that left.
So you made money off his ass. Good. So Eminem is still somewhat popular.
I undersold that print so cheap.
So what I'm saying is Eminem is still kind of popular. Either people are putting him on the dartboard to throw darts at him, or they're hanging him up as a rap god or whatever, right? He's the new libtard god. So what I'm saying is, if you got any more prints of his face, we fucking put them all up on eBay, and if you want Eminem's face for $5,
no, shut the fuck up. My photographs go for like $1,800 in galleries.
Wow, these are vintage Janine Gordon.
That vintage? Yeah, okay. They're beautiful prints, and I had a one.
I don't know.
I had a small edition of 3 on this one particular size. Only 3. Okay, it's not like I print them off like fucking.
Oh my God! There's a trans athlete on my screen right now.
He's really ugly.
Oh yeah, he probably listens to Eminem. Anyway, continue.
No way.
Or she, or whatever it is.
That probably listens to me. My song, Do You Think I'm Sexy? I have had so many drag queens that love my song, and they performed it live.
You just helped lead me to another joke. You see, I don't need a bris, okay, because, marrying Jah Jah, she cut the whole prick off. She took the whole prick and took it for herself. Hence, Jah Jah.
Right. And your bratwurst, what are they? They look like dicks.
My bratwurst do look like dicks.
You can eat them?
Probably.
If I take up pictures of you while you're eating them, it'll look like you're eating.
Why do you want to take pictures of me with like 2 dildos by my face or eating dicks? Or what is the matter with you?
Well,
what is the matter with you?
It's just funny.
She's being funny. Hey, a lot of people didn't like Melania's Christmas photo. I think she looks like a reptilian a little bit. I mean, a pretty reptilian, but a reptilian nonetheless.
She has Siberian-like eyes, okay?
Oh my God, it's like a white tiger that's about to kill me, trying to lure me in, and I'm gonna kill you. But I'm really pretty looking. Anyway, what do you think of it? It's in front of my screen.
You keep saying she's pretty every time.
Well, you're pretty. You're my first lady. You're my first rapper forever. No, really, I don't even. Could you imagine when I was growing up? I said, I'm gonna grow up to marry a beautiful rapper. I'd probably get slapped in the face. What are you? You're gonna grow up to be gay and marry Tupac? You faggot. Yeah. So really, literally, I think you'll be the only rapper I ever marry. But forever. Yeah. Yes. You see, now we're falling in love all over again. Look.
Just stop saying she's pretty. Even though she's pretty, just stop saying
she's the first lady. Hey, I'm glad that we made the first lady great again. I mean, did you see what the last one was? It was like a giant freaking. I know. The last first lady was like a freaking the first orangutan. Okay, with muscles. They're bigger than Sylvester Stallone's muscles. Okay.
I don't know, Michelle. I wanted to like that thing, but she just was. When I really found out she was a man, I hit the flag.
Oh, look at this new Christmas picture the Obamas took or whatever. It's got everybody's panties in a bunch because they mocked Trump somehow in it. Oh, and they're not racist because they had one white kid in it. You know what? Trump is seriously like Hindu with it. He's like Dalai Lama. He's like, I've transcended my ego, and let me tell you, I've transcended my ego better than anybody else has transcended their ego. That's right. That's what he's like. He's taking so much punishment. I mean, round and round and round. I mean, you remember when that idiot Obama said, there's no way you'll be able to bring back jobs. What kind of a magic wand do you have? Well, abracadabra, bitch. He's doing it. Woo! Woo! You hear that? That's the Trump train. All right, it's left the station. Okay, and now we finally have representation. Yeah, that's right.
Didn't they have a wand in that movie Snatch? Or what was it called? Bright.
Snatch.
I don't know.
What are you thinking of Brad Pitt or something?
I don't know what I was thinking.
You were staring at you were staring at my abs, and you thought of that movie.
Snatching the conversation from you.
Yeah, I think about Snatch all the time too. Anyway, folks, we think a lot. But if you think about chemtrails, they don't think you're normal. They think you're a terrorist, right? In this world of today. They do. And shows like ours help keep you normal and help keep you informed and help keep you wearing bling bling. So why don't you tune in every Friday, all right, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, Mondays, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, and then other days whenever the hell I feel like it. So, that about wraps up my Kwanzaa special. You got any Kwanzaa holiday thoughts to share before we leave, John?
Yes, and if you like shamanic, I like black people who are into the spiritual stuff.
I like watching Fat
Not
Albert.
like that kind of, not like corny ass fucking fascist holidays, because that's like an indoctrination.
What's up, bitches?
I don't believe it's a real holiday, Kwanzaa. So I think I never had any friends that celebrated it either. And
I'm celebrating it. I got a big dashiki on right now. What's up?
We have a lot of shamanic stuff for African kind of stuff. I have a lot of black.
And you even exposed that I dated an African chick once, or Creole. That means they're half French. So she's European a little bit. So that's what made it acceptable.
Whatever. Right? It doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter. It's all free love, brother. Isn't that what Henry Ford said about the Jews too? That is what they're trying to do. Who cares what a Nazi said, right? I'm just trying to be funny.
So we also make these pendants. These pendants.
I hate Nazis.
I wire wrap these big, huge. They work like pendants.
Real Nazis, not what people think are Nazis, but you wire wrap, yes.
I'm getting tired trying to fight a few words.
I asked you for your final thoughts, and you keep on going. You think this is the Kwanzaa that never stops giving?
Well, I'm saying if you're shamanic and not all up in Kwanzaa so much, but and you like kind of really raw gemstones, you should go to Conceptual Subculture and check out. We have all these pendants. They're really big. They're like 4 inches long, and they're kind of heavy. They're like 60, 70, 80 grams, maybe more. And they're like, but they also function as protective devices.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they're healing devices because they have like Herkimer diamonds in it. And,
okay, so I think all Trump supporters right now should buy our jewelry effective immediately because it'll protect you from the demon rats, which are the Democrats, because they're demons and they're rats. So I put 1 and 2 together. So you need, you keep away the bad juju.
And they're totally original, one of a kind, and you can use them as a pendulum, and they work like a dowsing tool as well. So not only do they protect you, so this one, for example, I'm holding is just quartz with a really pretty point and emerald wrapped in copper. The whole thing is like interwoven. It's like 4 inches long. So that would the quartz would emphasize the emerald, the quality of the emerald stone. So in the emerald would be like wealth, love, healing, protection. It's kind of like a soft love, People say that they should wear an emerald if they want to fall in love, and supposedly it helps.
Then I guess I'm made out of emerald, baby, because every time I see you, I fall in love.
Actually, I thought it was rubies.
No, rubies just come out of my penis. I think it's a disease. I don't know. It hurts when I pee. Anyway, go on.
Anyway, so what would happen would be the quartz, since it exemplifies everything, it makes everything stronger. So you'd have the quartz making the qualities of the emerald stronger. And because it's wrapped in copper, it functions like it's all coiled up. So it's based on a lot of the coiling aspects of organite. They like try to make it like.
Yeah, that's a huge final thought, Jah Jah. Sounds
Anyway,
like you've had a lot to say.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, and all you people that love Kwanzaa will keep on loving it. Brothers, see ya.
You're listening to MBN Montalvo Broadcasting Network.